So I know it sounds just like a simple equation of someone who gets arrested, they're not legally supposed to be in the country, clearly we should just kick them out. But it's not that easy. There's not just like a room you put them in, and it's a problem you can sweep under the rug. There's so much of a logistical endeavor to remove somebody securely from the country, to actually deport somebody. There's so much time and money and man hours that have to be spent to make sure it's done ethically. And how we're currently handling the situation of non-criminal, undocumented immigrants is deeply flawed. It's costing us so much money, and it's also hurting our communities. And that is the biggest point we're trying to make here, that this is hurting us in every facet of our state. The economic implications of these mass deportations are massive. Even Congress said in 2009, at the 182nd, I believe, congressional hearing, that ICE, the immigration control, they lack the basic information, the basic informational systems, they lack the basic knowledge of how to do this effectively, and they lack essentially the system itself to handle such a large task for the entire nation. That doesn't mean just Californian illegal immigration. That means New Mexico, that means New York, that means Maine. Every facet of the country where someone can illegally immigrate, they are handling it. It's such a huge monolith that they can't handle, and even the federal government is saying the federal programs can't handle it. Without AB 1081, the Trust Act, we're going to continue this essentially a black hole of funding and lack of support. And some say, some would argue that AB 1081 is going to cost so much more money to implicate, you have to change all these laws. If you really look at it, we're letting the people who work and help our economy and spend up to 90% of the earnings they make in our own state stay. And we're taking the people who are just come here to commit crimes and do illicit activities, that's where we're spending the deportation time and money. So really all we're doing is keeping the ones who want to work and kicking out the ones who want to commit crimes. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty alright deal to me. I'd really prefer criminals be far away from me and helpful people be around me. I like the sound of that. That sounds like a good weekend. A man named H. Gordon, he's with the National Bureau of Economic Research. All these people do is look at numbers all day, every day, on the economic implications of certain factors in the country. It's an extremely reputable firm. He said that federal spending is already high on ICE and on keeping immigration at barriers, and the enforcement cost is way, way more than the tax savings of working around the program. So by letting these people stay, letting them work, letting the ones who don't commit crime stay, we're saving so much money, we're actually earning money instead of wasting money deporting them. A man by the name of Lizun, 2008, the International Trade and Economic Dynamic Journal, he said that economic progress, essentially for the North, the United States, depends on the utilization of both legal and illegal workforces. It's a system that we've had for dozens of years, hundreds of years, and it's what works. It's simply what works. It protects the hardworking, honest, assiduous individuals who want to stay here, who want to help, who want to make an honest living for their families. And AB 1081 kicks out the ones who simply see America as another facet of crime. That is our point. We're protecting family, we're protecting hard-working, ethical work, and we're getting rid of crime. A man by the name of H. Hudson, 2010, in a book called Racial Profiling, Race Discrimination, and Law Legislation, said that racial profiling is extremely common post 9/11. You're going to see all these acts, these immigration, anti-illegal immigration acts, come up right after 9/11 up until now. And you're also going to, you can correlate that with the massive economic downturn, the recession we're still in. It's not, correlation is never causation, but it's a little strange that we were on such a high growth spurt as far as the economy goes, and as soon as we start really just locking every single door and kicking everybody out, our economy just plummets, and we're still plummeting because AB 1081 we don't have it yet. We need it. We desperately need the Trust Act, AB 1081. All of us want equality. I want equality. All of you want equality. Everyone who works hard for America, for California, and doesn't commit crimes deserves equality.
you're still probably wondering, why should we still pass the AB 1081, also known as the Trust Act? Well, like a couple of my group members have said, it benefits the economy, it stops tearing families apart, and if it's not passed, there will be an economic downturn. So it benefits the economy because illegal immigrants who are non-offenders of serious crimes cannot be deported. These illegal immigrants help our economy run. They help our economy keep going. Opponents of this Trust Act may say that these illegal immigrants harm us because they steal all of our United States citizens' jobs or they reduce wages. But an editor from 2009 stated that scholars argued illegals perform jobs no U.S. worker will fill. So reducing the illegals population is devastating to the United States economy. These illegal immigrants are diligent, they're hardworking, and they are reliable. They do all our dirty work that we don't want to do. They also help the native-born citizens. In Griswold in 2012 stated that lower-skilled immigrants seek low-paying, low-status jobs that no American aspires to fill, providing more affordable goods and services to consumers while creating more rewarding employment opportunities for the native-born citizens. So, passing the Trust Act will be a plus to the economy. It's only going to benefit us. It also stops tearing families apart. No one wants to lose their loved ones to deportation. With the Trust Act, like I said, no one can be deported, no illegal immigrant can be deported unless they've committed a serious crime. From Hillman in 2011 stated that women come to Sunday worship with children, the family weeping because their husband or their father was deported. They wait at home, praying they'll hear and know their loved one is safe. Imagine being one of those children. Imagine you, yourself, losing your parents. You don't know where they went, what happened, and you don't know when you'll hear from them again or when they'll come back. That's pretty devastating. I would be really, really sad. I wouldn't know what to do without my parents. Androff and 7 others in another study stated in 2011 that immigrant families with working parents are twice as likely to be low income and experiencing higher rates of economic hardship. These hardships also break families apart. With the Trust Act, families will have a higher chance of staying together. The illegal immigrants cannot be deported unless they commit serious crimes. And lastly, if it's not passed, there will be an economic downturn. From Navigator in 2009 stated that 20% of farming occupations, 17% of cleaning occupations, 12% of construction occupations, and 11% of food preparation occupations are held by undocumented workers. All of these percentages add up to 60%. So who's going to take over the 60%? I highly doubt any of us would want to be cleaning dirty bathrooms or, So the Trust Act benefits us. Not only does it benefit us, it'll help the illegal immigrants from being deported.